Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Layla. This is going to be just a chill sit-down video reflecting on my past year, 2019. There's about a month left of 2019, but I just want to kind of reflect on the past year, my goals, my accomplishments, habits I picked up, just to see how I did, where I want to change next year, and that's it. To start, I would say that 2019 was probably my best year yet. I've reached a place in my life where I am pretty content overall, and I'm proud of the things that I manage and that I juggle and do in my day-to-day life. And I'm not saying my life is perfect or that I'm so content with everything, because obviously I do things to try to change my life because I eventually want to, be self-employed and entrepreneur, things of that nature, but I'm still working my full-time job and building my side income. I think I'm also really comfortable with who I am as a person, what I look like, my body, my face, things of that nature, which has taken some time to get to. Not that I was struggling with that like the last couple of years or anything, but just 2019, that's been a big thing too. My relationship has been good. My finances have been pretty good. Like everything is just overall has been the best in 2019. And obviously there are still low points of 2019 and things that I struggled with, but at the end of the day, definitely my best year, which I'm so grateful for. And I'm really excited for 2020. I think it is going to be even better. And so we can kind of look on the past year to make the next year even better. If you have been watching me for a while, or if you were watching me earlier this year, you would know that I made a series of videos called Things I Would Like to Do More Of or something like that. And I did it in different categories. And so I'm kind of going based off of that to begin with. Those were like my intentions for the year. And I did have a couple of major goals, so I'll talk about that. But let's run through these real quick, because I know this is about to be horrible. I'm not going to do this again because it was just too much. It's things that I did not prioritize and I cannot prioritize. Like it's just too much. So I'm going to go through these things. So for personal development, more meditating. I did not meditate more. I actually stopped going to my weekly meditation class just for I didn't want to drive anymore, and also because I want to work on my business stuff over going to meditation at this point in my life. And I didn't meditate more at home, to be honest. I did still meditate. More living in the now. I would say I got better at that. You can't really measure that. You can't really measure all of these things, but yeah. More reading. I don't know if I read more than last year, but definitely very similar. I actually have the pile of books that I can remember that I have read. So, this is in no order of the year. Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. This is a really good one. It's better than The Power of Now. The Four Agreements, very simple read. The Gratitude Diaries, very good book. I can't believe that somebody could write a whole book on gratitude this big, but it was good. Not that it was bad or anything. The Power of Habit. This is a lot of factual information, like research and things of that nature. And then toward the end, it gives you more advice on habits. I have pretty good habits in place. It was a good read, but not necessary for me. I reread this book, The Barefoot Executive. Highly underrated. Such a good book. And she was like so ahead of her time. She wrote this several years ago. And all these things were like key to growing a business. Stop Doing That Shit by Gary Bishop. My mom got me this for my birthday. It was okay. I could not focus for reading this book. This was my most recent book that I read. I guess I don't really self-sabotage, so this is good for somebody who doubts themselves or, puts themselves in poor situations maybe. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. This one is good, but it took me the longest to read, like 2 or 3 months, I think, because of how focused I had to be. But yeah, those are the main books that I remember, at least that I have hard copies of. And then I read like the 6-Minute Diary, which at the beginning has a little book. There may have been more that I missed out, but I'll link these all down below. I love reading. So yes, I did read. More journaling. I wouldn't say I like journal, like writing out how I'm feeling or anything, but the 6-minute diary I have been doing for almost 3 months now. More getting out of my comfort zone. No, I don't think I really did. Not that much. A little bit, but not too much. Like, I'm filming in public. I gave a presentation at work, which was like required, or I had to. Not much else, honestly. More painting. I literally painted one thing, and that's this. Learn Spanish. For like the first half of the year, I practiced Spanish religiously, but now, no. It's not my main priority right now, to be honest. More focus / productivity. 100%, definitely. Like, I did so good this year, especially over the last 6 months of the year. I did amazing. Less social media, absolutely, because I was not on Instagram for like over 6 months. But definitely like less social media overall. Less snoozing, so less hitting the snooze button, absolutely. I barely, if ever, hit the snooze button, maybe a couple of times in the month on a weekend or something. Health, more hiking. I think I literally went hiking once, so that's disappointing. I have no excuse for that. Really, it's just like, it's too hot here in the summer, that's for sure, out in Atlanta. And the other, I don't know. I don't really have, I could take more hikes, but it just is a drive and I did not prioritize it. More taking walks. Yes, I took a lot of walks. I take a walk almost every single day at work, as you guys know. And then me and Sebastian take a walk whenever I go to his place on the weekends. More baths. No, because since I moved, I don't have a bathtub anymore. Drink more water. I don't know, probably, maybe the same as last year. Who knows? I didn't keep track. More stretching. I did for a time, and then actually I did yoga for a solid like 2 months every single morning, but that didn't last much longer than that. So I did somewhat. More / improved sleep. No, it's gotten worse. I don't know why. I have trouble sleeping and sleeping well. Less sugar. Yeah, I think I did better at that. To be honest, I consume, throughout the week, I don't consume much sugar. But then on the weekends was usually my problem. But I think I did pretty good this year. I didn't go crazy. Less weighing myself. Yeah, absolutely, because I don't have a scale. My gym doesn't have a scale. So I haven't weighed myself since like, I don't even know, March maybe? Shorter / cooler showers. No, neither. Finances / side hustles. More saving. Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited about that. I talk about my sinking funds in like every video. Start sinking funds. They are life-saving, but definitely more saving. More investing. Yes, I started contributing $100 to my Roth IRA every month. Not much, but there's a reason for that, just with my job. So more learning about investing. Initially, yes, I actually started reading the book, The Intelligent Investor, but decided to stop reading it until I actually start like investing in the big, on my own, not a Roth IRA. Pay off more debt. Yeah, I did. I wrote this down. In January, my starting debt was about $74,000, which if you're not familiar with my channel, definitely go back and look through the finance videos, but my debt comes from mostly student loans, my car, and credit cards. Oh, and I owed my sister at the time too. Now I am down to $58,000, so honestly not that much. I feel like it's not that much, and a big chunk of that was because me and my sister had a house together and she sold it, so I got a pretty good chunk of change from that, and also I didn't take as much money from that sale, so she allowed me to wipe out the money that I owed her to make up for that, and so that's where a lot of that went away. But check out my blog for more on my debt, because I talk about it all the time on there. Take my budget seriously. I didn't budget. Like, I'm not a strict budgeter, only because I can't. Like, I have my savings, but I literally, because of the way I live now, and actually I didn't know at the time that I would be living on my own, but now I live basically paycheck to paycheck because of living on my own in an apartment that is fairly expensive. More donating, yes. I donated at least $50 every single month, always to an animal rescue of some sort. Improve YouTube content. I don't know, you guys tell me. I think so. I like my content, obviously. But YouTube is kind of like a hobby for me, so I think I did pretty good though, and I'm learning more. More posting on Instagram. No, now I have been since I've come back to Instagram, but like I said, I was gone for like 6 months. Improve SEO, search engine optimization for my blog. I don't think that I really did. I tried, but it's difficult. Learn more about SEO. I did not. I need to. More investing in my businesses. I definitely did. I invested over $3,000 into everything. But that would be like getting a camera, getting an iMac, hiring a VA to help me out with Pinterest, emailing services, all these things. Less checking my stats. Yes, initially. Now, yeah, I definitely have reduced that. Before it would sometimes be like every day I would check my ad revenue from my blog or whatever. Now it's just once a week, or like, because I do my little weekly meetings that I talked about. All right, that was way too long. I'm sorry. So let's go over some of my accomplishments, because that's what I wanted to do. And actually, hold on. I found this in my closet. This was like my big goal. I made this in December of 2018. So I wanted to increase my income by an extra $1,000 every month, online, from my online income. And so everything outside of that kind of fell underneath that umbrella. And my other major goal at the beginning of the year was to pay off my car by December of this year, which at the time I think had like $16,000 on it. And that is no longer my goal. One, because I refinanced my car. So the interest rate was lower. Before, my interest rate, just go watch the video that I'll link it down below, where I refinanced my car, explain the interest rate and all that. That is no longer my goal now, because I have a different order of paying off my debt. So did I reach that goal of $12,000 extra for the year? No, but I reached half. I made about $6,000 of extra income online, which is pretty extraordinary in my opinion, just because I can sit at home and either on my phone or on my computer and have a business. And I've met so many cool people through this, not personally, but like people commenting on my videos, on my blog posts, through my Patreon, things of that nature. So I think it's pretty awesome. And $6,000 allowed me to reinvest it back into my business, to get myself a new camera, to get myself an iMac and make all of those things easier, to explore different things, and also to help me pay off debt, because a lot of it was used to, not a lot of it, but you know, a couple thousand goes to my debt, of course, after like taxes and all that. So yes, about $6,000 in extra income. So I did not reach that 12,000 mark, but if we look at what I made in 2018 from online business, it was probably about $1,000, not even, maybe a little over $1,000. So I was able to increase my income by 6 this year, by getting to 6,000, and you know, everything that I purchased for it was covered from what I made. So that's pretty cool, and I'm pretty proud of that. So I'm not disappointed in not reaching that goal. And not being able to pay off as much debt as I wanted to is a little bit disappointing. And the end of the year kind of has been more rough for me in regards to finances. Ideally, I would have liked to pay off maybe 20 to 25, but that was at the beginning of the year, not knowing that I would be living alone. And so moving out really changed things for me, because I had to go from paying less than $600 a month for living expenses to about $1,500. And so that's including rent and all the utilities and stuff. So that has been a huge change for me, and that has slowed down my progress with my debt payment, but that's okay. So we'll get there. April 2022 still is my goal. Other things I accomplished, I refinanced my car. Like I said before, it was under myself and my dad, and I refinanced it under my own name at a interest rate about half the rate of what I had before. I got a raise at work, which was pretty exciting. I had been there for a year. I should be getting a raise every year, but that helped out a ton. And then, let's see, I went to Miami for the first time, which was fun with Sebastian. I do have vlogs on that, of course. I created my very first course, my self-discipline course, which is I actually launched it the day of this video, that this video is going up. I launched it to my Patreon members. So next are my email subscribers. So if you want to be the first to receive it, aside from my Patreon members, then sign up for my email list. I'll put it down below, but that is going to be the lowest price that it will be at, and then it will be launched publicly, and I'll probably announce that then. I think I've done a really good job overall just with my habits. Definitely waking up earlier than I need to be up. I've been doing that almost all year without hitting the snooze button most days, and I change up my routines, as you guys will see, you know, in my vlogs. I was doing yoga every morning for a while. I was doing cardio even for a while, meditating, things of that nature. But now it's just been waking up so I can write and work on my business, because that is what makes me the happiest. And so that I've kind of found my groove with my morning routine and made it good for me. But I wake up early. I work out 5 to 6 times a week, which has been a habit of mine for years at this point, but I have maintained that and I'm proud of that. I meal prep every weekend still. I am still vegan. It'll be almost 4 years. Yeah, almost 4 years next year, which is crazy. And seriously, still the best decision I've ever made. I am now living on my own, I have never lived completely alone. This is the first time since February of 2019 I have lived alone. Oh, I also joined Grow You, a coaching program with Natalie Bacon. So she's my coach, and I love that. I've seen so much personal growth because of that program. It's so good. And obviously to each their own, because not everybody may not experience the same thing. But I have noticed such a difference in my thoughts, and I've worked so much on my thoughts this year, which I think is really important. Something that's really important is that, you know, you don't want to find happiness in the future. Like, you do want to find happiness in the future, but what I'm saying is, like, you don't want to wait on something to happen for you to find happiness. And I've really learned that this year, because once you reach that point, you're just going to get over it, and you're not going to feel that same excitement as you did in the past when you were waiting for it to happen. And so I've really been working on finding happiness now and finding things that bring me joy now, and how I can live my best life with what I have. And not that my life is bad in any sort of way, but I have just grown so much. My thoughts, my gratitude, my mindset has shifted with finances, with relationships, with all of these things, and it's really powerful. And this year has been the biggest year for that, 100%. Like, it's pretty amazing. I think for 2020 I'll probably make a separate video, you know, for my goals. I have goals in mind, of course, because that's just the type of person I am. I know some people don't like goals, but I do. And I do actually work toward my big goals. So that's important to me to set them. And I plan on making a vision board and a couple of other things for 2020. So I will probably make those a separate video. I know for sure 2020 is again going to be focused around the same things, like money and my business, because those are important to me and something that I still choose to prioritize. So those are big ones. I really kind of want to expand more into finances on my YouTube channel, but a lot of people don't watch those videos. So I'm on the fence of whether or not I want to even film more of those. I'm thinking of doing like a no spending year, which I kind of want to document and share updates each month, or share updates on my debt and spending like I used to. But If that's something you're interested in, please let me know. Or if you have any other suggestions that you would want to watch or follow along with me, then please let me know. Comment them down below. That's really the gist of it though. That was my year in review. To the things that I did not complete or did not achieve, I really don't have a big excuse for them. You know, like there were some things that I just did not prioritize, you know, those intentions that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. A lot of those things I just didn't prioritize, and I'm not upset that I didn't reach those goals. I'm a little bit upset with my debt. Not that, like, if you guys watched my recent finance update video, you know that I am not putting as much stress on myself to pay off the debt so quickly. However, I know it's up to me to do that, and there have been times where I shouldn't have spent money, or I could have saved more money and put more toward my debt. And so I take full responsibility for that. So there's not really an excuse as to why I'm not seeing more progress. It's just I'm taking, you know, responsibility for that. That is on me. I've learned a lot, and 2019 has been great. Good lessons, bad things have happened, great things have happened. That is basically it for 2019. So thank you so much for watching me, and thank you for joining me all of this year. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you did not already, and I will see you in my next one.